as you've probably seen, Bloxburg announced that the map update is coming this summer. So before all of the town buildings get updated, I wanted to predict and renovate what I think the new ones are going to look like, starting with Miss Pizza Planet. Now, I'm talking, guys, a drive-through, a delivery car section, a nicer kitchen, a dessert station, and a pizza garden where the ingredients are flipping hand-picked. Let's get started. Okay, guys, here we are on my plot. Now, before we actually start sketching the actual Pizza Planet and building this up, I wanted to show you guys something really cool I've actually planned to go in the Pizza Planet. And it does involve some custom decals. Look at my face. Even my face is like, damn. I'm excited to hear this. And basically, I asked ChatGPT to make me some paintings for my new Pizza Planet. So let me go and place them in and I'll show you. And by the way, guys, if you're wondering how to do this, all you have to do is on Roblox, press create, then up here, press dashboard and go to decals. You then press upload asset, and literally it's as simple as clicking upload. And basically, you just click this little number here, copy and paste that in, and ta-da! So these are the decals I've got. We've obviously got some pending deliveries. This is going to be in our new delivery section. We got our chef's choice with like that does not look like me at all. Like, where are my thick thighs? Oh, there they are. We've got obviously the toilet sign, and then we've got the delivery car sign, and then like a custom make your own pizza section. But for now, let's actually get started with Pizza Planet. To make this a little bit more neat and tidy, I'm gonna build it in the middle of my plot, you know, otherwise my OCD brain is just gonna go mental. And we're gonna start it around here. Now, I do want to kind of keep that original Pizza Planet shape of an actual planet, which I've only just clocked that it's the shape of a planet. That's kind of a sick idea, isn't it? And okay, I started off just by doing it this size, maybe 6 along. Oh, by the way, guys, did I forget to mention, it's now going to be 2 stories. Now, Bloxburg hasn't actually specified if they're going to be changing the original buildings or anything. They could leave them all the same, but this is like a prediction slash just a renovation, guys. Just if I built Pizza Planet, this is how I do it. Now, we all know the iconic dome on the top. We can see it over there. I was wondering if I could do this with a mansard roof, you know, just to make life really easy. Okay, that is fine. So we'll make it dark stone gray. And then what is the actual color of Pizza Planet? Why have I forgotten? I literally have worked here probably about 1 million hours of my life. Is it just gray? I swear it's red at the front. What in the optical illusion? It's brick? Okay, well, I guess this is a renovation, but I still do kind of like that original color scheme. Not that you're gonna be able to see much of it because we're about to cover it in a bunch of windows.
Honey, that's ugly.
You just called me ugly.
Now, my personal choice of window is the modern window, but I am gonna do it like on the cheap using the clear window. And I know what you're thinking, guys. That looks like yeah, I do agree with you. It looks very, very crappy right now. But that is because we haven't added any color, anything like that. We haven't also added the iconic Saturn ring, which is what we're going to attempt to add right now. This is very much the definition of let it cook. So basically, we're going to get our Saturn-y rings out, and we're going to make them kind of chunky, but like not too chunky. And then, why is this not going the way I want? Go the way I flipping want you to go now. Hopefully it works. So we're gonna go up like this, because obviously the Saturn rings go up. Can you like turn around a little bit like this? Yeah, that would be great. The one thing I hate about like doing custom shapes, like when they're all wonky, is it's so hard to get it like equals pequals on both sides. But we're literally just gonna have to try our hardest. But with a bit of faffing about, I think I've got it a little bit more symmetrical. And now the final part of the ring is this one. Wow, that's really exposed how actually bad this looks. Now, what are we thinking about that, guys? I literally had to go silent for like 10 minutes to get this semi-straight. Furthermore, I was trying to like give an homage to the original, making the windows gray. But I actually think having some black windows would look a little bit nicer. And also adding a rim around the top is probably going to help us massively. So what I'm literally just going to do, guys, if you for some reason want to build this for yourself, I'm just going to run this basic structural around the outside from corner to corner. And oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. But honestly, that actually has done quite a lot to save this, I think. Now then, it's time for the doors. And I actually think the commercial doors. I think this is what's on Pizza Planet anyway, or it's just an opening. And then just above this, I kind of want AI to generate a sign. Should I show you guys how I do it? So let's talk to her. I'll put her on full volume. Using the signs, like the kind of style that we've been using so far, can you generate a logo of Pizza Planet Bloxburg? Kind of similar to the one that we already have in game, but can you do that now? Give me a prompt.
Sure, here's a prompt. Create a sleek modern logo for Pizza Planet Bloxburg, featuring a stylized red planet with a ring set against a dark background. The text Pizza Planet should be in bold white uppercase letters, with Bloxburg in smaller letters below, maintaining a clean and vibrant design.
And there we go, guys. That is literally as simple as that. And then all I'm going to pop is generate that now. And then, yeah, it should be generating that for us. And then we can just upload it as a decal. Honestly, the whole process takes about 2 minutes. So while we're waiting for that to load up, let's get planning like our drive-through area. So obviously this part here needs to be concrete. We're going to have quite a large concrete platform just surrounding Pizza Planet. And then here is going to be our road just opposite. And oh my gosh, guys, it's literally already created the image for us. So quick. And I quite like what it's given me. But if you don't, you can just ask it to regenerate. So here we have it, guys. I think that painting was a little bit small. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to be using this one instead. And I'm going to be trying to make it kind of like large. And I do like the black background, but I'm kind of wishing I made it white now. I guess I could ask AI to do that. But maybe the black is actually helping to tie in the windows a little bit. Anyway, what were we even doing? Oh yeah, we were doing the concrete around the side, my darlings. So we're going to have this wrap all the way around. Lovely jubbly. I don't know why I've gone so posh now, but sorry. This new and improved Pizza Planet is just doing things to me. And also, we've got to make sure that we have like a road here. So we don't want the pavement actually to be too thicky on this side because we need room for a lovely little road. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the drive-thrus around my area are flipping thin as hell, mate. Like, I'm actually too scared to drive through them because I'm just scared that my poor tires are just going to be absolutely ruined by this. Like, they are ridiculously thin. So basically, my point is here, I've made these ones especially thin just to make it realistic, guys. Now, over here is normally where we'd have, like, what is it, fancy furniture. But again, this is actually going to be the, not the taxi rank, like the delivery driver's rank. And I wasn't planning, like, maybe to do more than one of these builds and, like, have it all on the same plot. But I don't know if there's room for that now. If I do end up doing another one, like maybe Bloxburgers or something, we might have to do it on another plot. And then obviously the road is going to just be this concrete-y, colory black. And already this is actually looking kind of slay, but I'm not... I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna lie, the windows are upsetting me. I don't know what it is. Maybe they should be white. I'm sorry, I know I've been filming, guys, for half an hour and this is all I've got. Okay, maybe the white does look a little bit better. It's just, I don't know if I like this. Okay, we could maybe try with like a little red line going down there. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Okay, guys, now that we are heading inside of the building, we get to, like, do the layout, which I feel like is going to be really, really cool. Now, I don't know about you, but I think having the curved staircases, like where the little planet is, could actually be quite a cool way to incorporate like a little curve inside. The only issue is it's kind of difficult to place stairs at an angle, but we can give it a go. We can give it a go. This is not meant to be, actually it is meant to be neat. I can't even use that excuse today. It's nothing in life is perfect. Okay, it doesn't look bad from upstairs. From downstairs, it's a bit of an interesting design. I'll give it that, but we can live with that. So let's go placing our walls in. So over here is going to be sort of the kitchen, like behind the scenes, back area, I think. And I think maybe just in here could be like the toilets. And then over on this side is going to be like the little drive-through booth, you know? And then this is like an interlinking station. So we're actually going to be using these as the doors. I'm going to try and use things that I think Bloxburg may actually use. Maybe going out into our little herb garden. We could have these. I've always loved that word. Herb garden. What the hell even is that? And then obviously here in the middle is going to be tables and chairs. And upstairs, I mentioned like a little arcade area. So just to remind us of that, let's make sure we've got an arcade machine. Why can I not smell? Wait, what's it called? What's it called? I better have some. Oh my gosh, do I not even have any? Oh my gosh, I know where they all are. They're all in my town. Okay, we'll go and we'll get them. Right, so I don't know about you, but I feel like I need to be placing the floor and stuff in because I'm getting very, very overwhelmed right now. So what we're gonna do is the kitchen floor is gonna have to be marble. And for the walls, I ain't gonna be overcomplicating this with no mustardy yellow.
12 seconds later.
Okay, maybe I wouldn't mind like one feature wall of mustardy yellow. Okie dokie, guys. So now is the time when we can start decorating. Because I'm not going to lie, I was having a little bit of a mental breakdown there. Like, I don't know why I get so stressed in Bloxburg when I'm doing like the builds, because I just want everything to be so perfect. And we're going to not have bikes. We're actually going to have delivery cars. This isn't a parking lot, guys. It's a flipping, like I said, basically a taxi rank. The piece of decoration that we're going to add is, of course, like the little triangle. I don't want this to be a convertible. Can you put the roof up? Okay, right, we can't use these. I guess we'll have to use like the rope or something. Oh, that is kind of cute because it's like the epitome of Bloxburg, isn't it? Like a little rope car. Okay, we'll have the rope here. And I'm not going to make this one myself. I'm literally just going to look up pizza PNG. But here we go. I've managed to find one. But there we go. That is exactly what I was envisioning for the little delivery truck area. So inside here then is actually also the kitchen. So I'm going to base this just off like a real life fast food restaurant. So all industrial appliances, they obviously want things done quick and they want it done proper. And oh my gosh, something I always forget about is this. That is going to be so good in the middle. Oh my gosh, because they literally have this. What is it? In the Bloxburgers. So we know that they could actually put this in the new Pizza Planet. And by the way, guys, there's not like, it's not guaranteed. It's not even suggested that they're going to change the current Pizza Planet. This is just me like being creative. So there we go. I actually think that's a half decent kitchen. The other thing I have sort of forgotten in here is a deep fat fryer. What is the perfect accompaniment to a pizza? The obvious answer is chips.
Conquered all the chippy. Chips and peas and gravy.
And then we've got to have like a bunch of espresso machines because we're going to be selling lots of drinks here, like coffees. And I really want them to add one of those mixing bowls to Bloxburg. I feel like that'd be so good for like a baking update or something. So maybe this could be where the chef job is for Pizza Planet. A lot of people forget that there is actually a cooking job in Pizza Planet. Righty-ho, this is the most important area of Bloxburg. And if any of you guys follow me on TikTok, you would have seen like my little joke TikTok of like, goodbye the old map. I actually came to Pizza Planet and I ordered here. And I hadn't ordered here in like literal yonks. So it was quite emotional actually. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is this is basically where you're going to be ordering your food. Obviously on the cash registers here. So we're going to have a delivery car sign out here. And then I picked this square decal because it can go quite big, but it can also go quite small. And this is a really good decal to go in the delivery section because we can have like where all the orders are. And look guys, Bloxy Acres, movie theater. Now here is going to be the chef's choice. This is where it's more like a bougie restaurant. And then obviously the option to make your own pizza.
Editing Reese's here. Why the hell did I not notice that I suggested pineapple with jalapenos and spinach and barbecue? What would the...
Now, what I think would be kind of cool is if you could like watch the chefs back here actually cooking you up a pizza. So I think I'm gonna have to use a basic shape to make this. And what we're essentially gonna have is like a conveyor belt. And this is gonna be our pizza. Most of them are just gonna be pepperoni for now. I guess we could also go into structural and add some like margaritas if we use like the thin square beam. So there we go. That's our cheese pizza. And then what's like a pizza? It's like a... It should actually be like red. So I think we'll just make our own little custom boxes. So next up is the drive-through. This is quite an important part. And how am I this far into the video and I've still not even colored the sides? That is disgraceful. So here we go. We'll place our drive-through window in just like that. And actually, maybe we don't need a toilet on this side. Maybe this could actually be an extension of the kitchen because I've just clocked that drive-thrus normally have like multiple windows, don't they? Because the second one is where you actually get your food. And then over here, I'm going to add the FBI looking doorbell. And this is basically where you're going to be like calling the people, you know, speaking to them.
Hello?
Oh, hello?
Now, what's your biggest deal?
Can I do what?
So that's just a phone for like maybe like Uber Eats orders. And this is like the actual drive-through itself phone. And then basically this little area here is where all of the drive-through bags are going to be placed. So once the pieces are cooked there, then they'll be brought into this room, obviously to be given into the drive-through. So the last thing I'm going to add before we place in the tables is the little bathroom. And basically it's just going to be like one big bathroom that's accessible to everyone. Yeah, I'm going to add like a vertical grab bar so it's disability friendly as well in here, and I do not go to the toilet in public. I really try not to. And one of the reasons for that is because I'm scared that there'll be no toilet paper. And I remember for the longest time, I wanted them to add a hand dryer, and they finally have now. I'm just gonna even add 2. So as I said, it's more of like a bougie restaurant now, but I want to keep the pizza theme. So the table's actually gonna be looking like a pizza. I don't know why, I just thought that's kind of a cool idea, isn't it? Having like a pizza. Obviously, we're not gonna have like a bunch of toppings on it. And I don't know why, I just really kind of like that as the table design. So maybe just 3 chairs like that, and then around the corner is gonna be like, you know, the ones with the bar stools. And this is something that I would not want them to change if they did renovate Pizza Planet. Again, disclaimer, they have not confirmed this. They've not even suggested it. Sorry, I feel like I have to say that, or when the update comes out, people are going to be like, where's the renovated Pizza Planet? And that's the other thing, guys. I'm so excited for this update. But Bloxburg actually said in their video that they're going to be like not releasing everything at once. They're going to be leaving some things to come later on in the year. So if I see one flipping comment when like the map revamp comes out, that's like, where's the school? Because I don't know if they're adding the school with the update or not. But if they don't, if people are like, where's the school? Where's pets? Like, honestly, I'm just going to actually face palm. So you may remember me saying earlier that we're going to have a little ice cream station. In England, I don't know if you have it all around the world, let me know. But we have this place called Pizza Hut, which basically you can get like infinite ice cream for dessert. And sort of the trick is, it will make you so sick after one bowl that you won't want another bowl. So next up, I'm just heading over to my town and we're gonna steal all of the arcade machines. Oh my Gideon, I've forgotten how big this plot is, guys. So now that we're actually over here, we can take some inspiration because I was thinking I would actually quite like a party area. So definitely gonna do that. Also, I forgot the drinks machine exists. Maybe that is what could go right here because I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit like, what do I put here then? And then over in this side is actually gonna be a booth. So this is going to be for a larger party of people. There we go. So it's really finishing touches time, guys. Basically adding in like the road markings on, you guessed it, the road. But a few dumpsters back there. I did promise at the beginning my herb garden. How I think we should do it is we want it to feel like very homey. Oh my gosh, definitely in like a pizza circle. And another thing I will really hope for in the new Bloxburg town is some more greenery. So with that, Pizza Planet is built. Okie dokie, my little pizza planets. Here we are outside of the big Pizza Planet, which I just think looks absolutely gorgeous. The one thing about it I think that I don't like is this sign in the middle. But if we take a closer look at this build, I just think it is so good for role plays, which I think is exactly the direction Bloxburg's trying to go in if they do a big map update, because that's not really got much to do with building, has it? Other than like new plots and things, which will be awesome. But I think that it's like really for role playing. So that's what I've tried to sort of incorporate here. So first things first, as we walk in, the decals are really making it for me. I'm talking a dessert station. I'm talking toilets. Speaking of, let me go let this poo out. I've been holding it in all video. Obviously, we have a lot of tables, and the little pepperoni pizza design is pretty ingenious if you do ask me. And you can sit down on any of these tables. So how you actually get into the back if you work here is through this door, and there's several different ways for you to go. This is the chef's job. So this is basically where you'd be like cooking up a storm like you do in Bloxy Burgers. Also, the delivery job would now have cars, and I wonder if they're gonna make the cars quicker, because if the map gets bigger, which they said it is going to, like, we're gonna need faster cars. But just ignore the fact that the pizza flies off the top. Over here is like our trash can slash herb garden slash more trash. And then here is the drive-through. And then of course here is where you'll be ordering. And then finally we can go up the double staircase, which looks so cool. We have unlimited Pizza Planet drinks. And yeah, I'm not such a fan of the upstairs, but as a whole, I absolutely love this build, guys. So there we have it. Let me know if you do want me to do any other town buildings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.